You are now listening to Sirius Mindz RNTV with your host, Professor Griff. The call-in number is 51665. You are now listening to Sirius Mindz RNTV with your host, Professor Griff. The call-in number is 516-654-7688. That's 516-654-7688. This is Professor Griff, and this is Serious Minds, RNTV. Serious Minds for Serious Minds. Seriously. Hit the like button, share, subscribe, so we can notify you when the next time we vibe on Serious Minds. Serious Minds for Serious Minds. Seriously.
I understand the weight of that. So we did that. And those platforms were being built. All right. So just keep in mind, the people on IG, keep in mind that we might have to have the conversation here because they're blocking me from YouTube and Facebook. I'm not sure if you on Facebook or YouTube. Can y'all hear me? Give me a thumbs up. Let me know. All right. So I want to talk about Nick Cannon, Viacom, and the truth. All right. Okay. Hold on one second. I want to thank Sophia. I'm not going to give you a last name, Sophia, because I don't know how these people are moving. I got an idea how they're moving, but I'm going to keep your last name, on to the left. So thank you, Sophia, for the document that you sent me in reference to how they target individuals. When they start talking about the electronic targeting of particular individuals. Thank you very much. I'm going to go over that particular document, but it was something very interesting that in the document that she sent me that kind of crossed the line over into not only how they target individuals, women, they target individuals that they want to silence. You heard Minister Farrakhan say on July 4th, they wanted to kill him and assassinate him quietly to make it seem like he died of natural causes because of his age. All right. This particular document says programs designed to abuse and destroy targets are about overriding the rule of law. Targeting is an all-consuming 24/7 never-ending campaign to wreak total and complete havoc and destruction in the life of a target. So know when they target you, all right, it's going to be people around you that's going to fall off. It's going to be business ventures that fall apart without you knowing about it just for no apparent reason. All right. It's going to be people starting to act funny. All right. Other people that you in business with might get little trinkets from them to slow down or to neutralize you. So keep these particular things in mind as we talk about this particular subject tonight. So I do want to say, Nick Cannon, we did communicate today, and the brother know I got his back, and he made that known that he got my back, plain and simple. It is what it is. We're going to stand on the truth, all right? And that's what it's just going to be. All right? So now, let me just say one thing to the imps so we don't have to get sidetracked. All right? Let me just say this first. To everyone that ordered a book, that ordered anything from me within the last 48 hours, please be patient. All right? Please be patient. All right? The orders are they're overwhelming me right now because there's so many. And I probably got to get some people to help facilitate those orders. All right? So just be patient with me. All right? I don't want to be spending the night at the post office. So I'm working through some things and make some things happen to get those orders out to you guys. So before I get into it, if anyone knows 50 Cent's number, 50 Cent, the rapper, the actor dude, can you ask him to call me? 678-557-2919. 50 Cent, yeah, can y'all have him give me a call? All right. Hold on for a second. And one other person. Hold on. Don't go nowhere. Don't go nowhere. Hold up. Hold on. There's a artist. I don't know his name. So could y'all please let me know who this gentleman is? Hold on for a second. Not him. Hold on. Hold on. Give me a second, family. I'm tracking it down. Hold on. I might have him. Nope, it's not on there. Hold on. Let me look at my other email because I sent it to myself because I wanted to make sure I had it in front of me because I didn't want to make no mistakes because I really truly wanted to play it. No. All right. I think it's one of these clips, but give me a second, fam. All right. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. This is important. Give me 1 second. Because all I did was I put Nick Cannon's name in here. Nick Cannon fires back. And a few things came up. And let me see if this is the one. Nope, hold on. Let me see if it's this one. But anyway, while I'm looking for this, because I can multitask, let's put some of our emotion aside with some of the childish behavior. Shane Shakur, shout out to Shane Shakur, he called me today with some very pertinent kind of information that he said he was doing some research, and he was looking at some of the comments on some of these things, and some of the people are saying some crazy stuff simply because you guys are not doing the necessary research, the ones that he was looking up. I'm going to tell you who they are in a minute. But if you're saying to us, stop going back and digging up what they said that I said, right? And then you're regurgitating that, and you're saying, well, without you even knowing, I know. Both of them, all of them are freezing. IG is freezing and buffering. YouTube, freezing and buffering. Yeah. They deleted your video with Nick on YouTube. Wow. Wow. No, are you serious? Someone told me that earlier. Someone sent me a message and said they took it down. Can someone verify that? Can someone verify the fact that they took the video down? I know I'm glitching. I'm glitching on all the platforms. How am I going to glitch on all of the platforms? I lived this life for 31 years, right? Living under the thumb. Hold on. Oh, this is it.
For Comedy Hot News,
hold on.
Breaking news, on Tuesday, it was announced that Viacom has decided to end their relationship with Nick Cannon after over 20 years. The network giant, who has helped launch Cannon's popular sketch comedy show, Wild 'N Out, would cut ties with the entertainment mogul for his controversial comments made on an episode of his podcast, Cannon Class. According to Viacom, their decision would come after Cannon refused to apologize over some of his comments that would come off offensive to those of the Jewish and white community. On Wednesday morning, while taking to his Facebook page, Cannon has now decided to share his response with the following statement. I am deeply saddened in a moment so close to reconciliation that the powers that be misuse an important moment for us all to grow closer together and learn more about one another. Instead, the moment was stolen and hijacked to make an example of an outspoken Black man. I will not be bullied, silenced, or continuously oppressed by an organization, group, or corporation. I am disappointed that Viacom does not understand or respect the power of the Black community. My time at Viacom also birthed one of my greatest creative accomplishments, their longest running comedy series and the most successful hip-hop programming in television history, Wild 'N Out, an idea in which I self-financed out of my pocket and presented to MTV. I created a billion-dollar brand that expanded across a multi-tiered empire that is still Viacom's biggest digital brand. Touring business, talent discovery and incubation system, and successful restaurant franchise. Based on trust and empty promises, my ownership was swindled away from me. For Viacom to be so deceptive is no surprise. They have been mistreating and robbing our community for years, underpaying talent on their biggest brands like Love and Hip Hop, all of BET programming, and of course, Wild 'N Out. I don't have to defend myself here. The proof is in the history. I also went as far to reach out to Miss Sherry Redstone, the owner of Viacom, to have a conversation of reconciliation and actually apologize if I said anything that pained or hurt her or her community. Dead silence. So that's when I realized they don't want a conversation or growth. They wanted to put the young Negro in his place. They wanted to show me who is the boss, hang me out to dry, and make me an example of anyone who says something they don't agree with. Still, I honestly can't believe that Viacom has such poor counsel that would allow them to make such a divisive decision in the midst of protests and civil uprising within our current pandemic. Truly an unwise decision. For them to take it one step further and flat out lie in their official press release, saying that I didn't attempt to reconcile the situation when on 2 separate occasions, I specifically acknowledged and openly requested a forum to be corrected. My hope and original goal was to use this moment to show healing and acceptance and prayed that Viacom will use their powers for good. Instead, I'm now receiving death threats, hate messages, calling me an ungrateful nigger, and beyond. Viacom's goal to keep me from providing for my family and lineage will be foiled. They can try to kick me while I'm down or force me to kiss the master's feet in public for shame and ridicule. But instead, I stand firm on my square with my fists in the air, repeating my mantra, you can't fire a boss. I must apologize to my Jewish brothers and sisters for putting them in such a painful position, which was never my intention. But I know this whole situation has hurt many people, and together we will make it right. I have dedicated my daily efforts to continuing conversations to bring the Jewish community and the African American community closer together, embracing our differences and sharing our commonalities. If I have furthered the hate speech, I wholeheartedly apologize. But now I am the one making demands. I demand full ownership of my billion-dollar Wild 'N Out brand that I created, and they will continue to misuse and destroy without my leadership. I demand that the hate and the backdoor bullying cease, and while we are at it, now that the truth is out, I demand the apology. No word yet on what the future holds for Wild 'N Out, as many talents from the series took to Twitter to respond to the news like everyone else. Yesterday, a new episode was expected to premiere, but as fans noticed, Viacom would decide not to air the new episode and instead replace it with a rerun of Fresh Prince. Let's talk about it more in the comments below, and for more news and comedy, be sure to head over to comedyhype.com and follow us across all social media. For Comedy Hype News, I'm Jay.
All right, rather than me going through it and reading it, I wanted you to hear it from them, and that's Comedy Hype News. Thanks to the people at Comedy Hype News, really appreciate y'all. All right, now, that was Nick's press release statement. Very well put, very well written, and it shows the human side, which is a beautiful thing. All right, now, can anyone on the other side be human enough to read that and listen to that and come and sit down at the table and talk? As long as y'all have been calling us niggas and all the other things being anti-Kemetic, right? And all the other things that you call it, and for us to tolerate the madness and not go ape shit, you mean to tell me, as well written as that was, and the man pouring out his heart, letting you know that if I erred, and I'll apologize for anything, just show me where the error. Show me what I said that was wrong. Beautiful, great response, Nick. And we really appreciate that. And it shows your growth. It shows who you are as a human being. And let's give Nick Cannon a round of applause. Now, not only Nick, but I'm asking the other side, where's your compassion? Where's your humility? All right? Where's your growth? If we're asking you to come to the table every time you want to use one of us as an example, what's the football player that made kneel down and beg for his job back and apologize recently? They got to know and understand all of us are not built that way. Nick Cannon did not go into the Epstein and the Rothsteins and the all this other kind of madness and drag Jewish people through the dirt. How many people actually saw the interview with myself and Nick Cannon? By a show of hands. Deshaun Jackson is his name. Thank you, That Homeschool Life. So now that we're living in the cancel culture and you saw the interview, can somebody please, whether if you're a troll, a hater, you white, black, if you on here, if you Jewish or whatever, don't make no difference. Somebody please tell me what was anti-Semitic about this interview. I'm just curious because maybe I just don't know. And by the way, to the people that was expecting the mic check 1 2 1 2, we had to cancel it. I'll do it tomorrow. This had to take precedence over that simply because this is something that we have to talk about right now as we speak because it's happening now. So thank you all very much for understanding that. All right. I'm waiting. I am surprised they didn't trot out the normal Negroes that they trot out. The Stephen A. Smiths and those kind of Negroes to come talk about myself and Nick Cannon. So I ran into a sister today at the supermarket. First words that came out her mouth, somebody, what are you doing? So, okay, so I guess you the one that got Nick Cannon fired from his job. It's like, wow. Someone said, but because he called white women and white people savages. What if white people been calling black people? I'm still looking for the what's the name? I'm still looking for the clip that I want to play. That was one clip I needed to play. But the other clip I needed to play was the clip of one of the rappers, not Yachty, some clown on Instagram that put up an Instagram post talking about Nick Cannon, called Nick Cannon out, called Nick Cannon Mr. Mariah Carey. Wow. So when Nick Cannon, part of the interview, Nick Cannon talked about the idea of melanin. Melanin helps us maintain a certain degree of humanity, certain degree of balance, certain degree of intelligence, certain degree, forget the exact word that he used. And the gentleman basically says, melanin does that? He says, you don't know what you're talking about, Nick Cannon. So I sent the message out to a friend of mine that I recently spoke to a few weeks ago. Dr. Suzar, are you familiar with the sister, Dr. Suzar? How many people are familiar with Dr. Suzar's work? This is her book, Black Out Through Whitewash. All right. So I went, after I called, I couldn't get her. I just said to myself, well, why don't we just go look up melanin and see all the things that melanin does? I mean, that's not so bad to do, right? Hold on. So what does melanin do? Since Nick Cannon went over the whole idea of melanin, what does melanin do? Hold up. Matter of fact, we should play, if we can find it. I'm not sure if we can even find it now. If we could play part of the interview, but we might not be able to find the interview. Nick Cannon. I'm seeing Good Morning America, Viacom, CBS. I'm seeing all kind of stuff. This one is the wow.
Rumor has it. Breakfast Club.
So listen up.
Well, Nick Cannon has been trending since yesterday, and that's because of his most recent episode of his YouTube show, Cannon's Class. And they are saying that he is anti-Semitic and that he has bizarre racial theories. He was talking with Professor Griff, former Public Enemy figure, who also was kicked out of Public Enemy for making similar claims in an interview then. Here is what Nick Cannon had to say about Black people being the true Hebrews.
When we go as deep as the Rothschild, centralized banking, the bloodlines that control everything, even outside of America. When we talk about the people who, if we were truly the children of Israel, and we're defining who the Jewish people are, because I feel like if we actually can understand that construct, then we can see that there is no hate involved. When we talk about the lies, the deceit, how the fake dollar controls all of this, then maybe we can get to the reason why they wanted to silence you, why they want to silence Minister Farrakhan, and they want to throw that we are having hate speech when it's never hate speech, when it's not. You can't be anti-Semitic when we are the Semitic people, when we are the same people that they want to be. That's our birthright.
Here's the thing, right? We all have freedom of speech, but we're not free of the consequences of that speech.
I'd like to talk to Charlemagne the God one day, for real. I'm gonna keep the rest of that to me. But anyway, what was it that y'all think that Nick Cannon said in the interview, the hour and some odd interview that we did together, that actually pushed these people over the edge? So this one person, I wish I could remember his name, some young rapper out of New York, some artist. I don't even know if he's a rapper. I don't know what he does. I think he does a cross-dressing, whatever he does. Anyway, he was basically talking about when Nick Cannon was speaking about melanin. Right, hold on, let me see.
Every time we open our mouths on radio, podcast, TV, to have those types of conversations, it's a good chance we might offend someone. And even though we are free to say what we want, the people we are talking about have the freedom to respond how they want to respond. And this is how they chose to respond, by, firing Nick Cannon. That's what you can do when you have the power. And if it's...
Now I want to play the next part of what he had to say about white people. That was also trending. Here's what else he said.
The people that don't have it are a little less in where the term actually comes from, because I'm bringing it all the way back around to Minister Farrakhan, to where they may not have the compassion when they were sent to the mountains of Caucasus, when they didn't have the power of the sun, that the sun then started to deteriorate them. So then they're acting out of fear. They're acting out of low self-esteem. So therefore, the only way that they can act is evil.
Exactly.
So then these people who didn't have what we had, and when I say we, I speak of the melanated people.
Right.
They had to be savages.
Now, see, that's...
Can we look at the word savage, please? Because white people that I've read some of the things that white people said today, they act like they've never called us these things. Not only one individual, but us as a group of people. All right. See, when you calm your emotion down and we begin to think, page chapter 5, melanin. White people, are you paying attention? Yeah, get the babies. Get your auntie, call your old ass grandmother in here. Get the goddamn dog and the cat, bring them on in. Melanin. So for you Negroes, especially that cross-dressing Negro in New York, like to run his mouth, talk about calling Nick Cannon Mr. Mariah Carey. Y'all can send all the Negroes and the imps to me. All right, we can talk. Now, we're going to do it one of two ways. We can meet up and talk in person if you'd like. Either I could bring some goons, or I could bring some intellectuals, and we can sit down and we can kind of talk and sit down at the table and talk. Now, whichever one you want me to bring, let's meet somewhere. Or I could bring a little of both. Or if your punk ass is brave enough, you got a little bit of heart, I could just show up myself. How's that? And then we could talk. I'm trying to find this Negro's name, man. Someone said they fired Nick Cannon quicker than they fired them damn cops that killed Breonna Taylor. You mean to tell me you can murder a black woman, shoot up the goddamn house, and you don't go to jail? You don't even get charged with anything? But Nick Cannon makes some statements, factual statements. Professor Griff made factual statements that I can prove at any given day. Matter of fact, statements that I got from them. Y'all not hearing me. Y'all not hearing me, man. Statements that I pulled from them. So it's not, Nick Cannon was right, it's not hate. All right? So let me stop jumping around. Let's deal with the Negro in New York. Melanin. Your brain and nerves cannot operate without black melanin. Are you listening, white people? This is why Nick mentioned melanated people and the fact that we have a high concentration of melanin. Few people know that melanin is found in almost every organ of the body and is necessary in order for the brain and nerves to operate, eyes to see, and cells to reproduce. Thus, melanin is vastly more just than pigment coloring the skin and hair. At the core of your brain is the locus coeruleus, a structure that is black because it contains large amounts of melanin. All right? See, white people, you got a calcified pineal gland. All right? And there's just certain things that you can't do, i.e. build pyramids. All right? I.e. do some of the shit that you see black athletes doing. All right? I.e. some of the things that you see our brothers from the continent and around the globe doing as far as the intellect is concerned. All right? Black people, we walk out in the sun, breathe, stay out in the sun for an hour, and we store all of that energy up for the winter. Melanin does this. Melanin can mellow you out, or melanin can cause you to act very serious and think serious and move serious. Do you understand what I'm saying? This is the thing that Nick Cannon was talking about. So tell that nigga that want to... I didn't say that, did I? I didn't mean to call you a nigga, bro. You not even a nigga. You know why? Because the Naga, the nigga is the black god. That you're not. But I don't want white people to take that and say Professor Griff is calling his own people a bunch of niggas. Not me. No. You're a Negro. You're a Negro. Melanin in the brain increases the lower primates and reaches its peak in the black human being. All right? Everyone needs melanin. So what happened to white people with the fact that they don't have melanin? Well, they got melanin. It's a different kind of melanin, and it don't do the same thing. So Nick Cannon wasn't wrong on the melanin part, and the fact that you have a calcified pineal gland, and the fact that your melanin is not activated in the point where it have you acting savage, to the point where you go all over the globe murdering, lying, cheating, stealing, raping. The sun hits us, creates that vitamin D. All right? So then at nighttime, when the melanin is activated, it mellows us out. It's called melatonin. All right? When we need to be serious in the daytime, it hits us and serotonin is produced and we there. Yeah, this is Melanin 101, by the way, y'all. It's Dr. Suzar. Get the book. Dr. Suzar. It's in my alternative black studies course. Anyway, all humans possess the black internal brain evidence of their common black origin. The black neuromelanin nerve tract and the brain is profound proof that the human race is a black race. Black. Blacker than black. That black carbon, that melanin. All right? Humanity may differ on the outer appearance, but with variations of colors, but internally, they are all black, all African at the core. Now, white people, are you paying attention? So when Nick Cannon talking about the grafting process with you coming out of the caves, you lost all of that. Yakub grafted that right on up out of you. All right, from the black man. And I know some of you Negroes are sitting around, oh man, that's old 5% Nation of Islam talk. That's old NOI talk, man. Gods used to talk about that on the corner in Brooklyn, in New York. Well, it ain't went nowhere. The truth is the truth. There's some call it the Eve gene. But with what Nick Cannon said, he was factual. And we can prove it at any limit of time. Most of y'all didn't study this and don't know this, so when you hear it, you think Nick is just calling them savages and calling them names. No, this is actual facts. Hold on now, don't go nowhere. Don't go nowhere. Melanin's main properties, it absorbs and stores, transforms energy. It transforms energy. Transforms energy. Even with the bastard language called English, do you realize what we did with this? Have you heard Frederick Douglass's July 4th speech? Have you heard and understand the thinking of an E.B. Du Bois, Dr. Francis Cress Welsing, the brilliance of a Dick Gregory? Here, let's get more simple than that. Let's bring it right on down. Did you ever see a KRS-One on stage just spitting up the top of the dome? Did not DOS Effects shake y'all in the boots when DOS Effects came on the scene? Come on, man. When hip-hop came on the scene, period. So when we deal and we talk about this transmutation, when we talk about this energy, when we talk about the EG, when we talk about melanin's main properties, it absorbs, stores, and transforms energy. All right? It has black hole properties. Yeah, there's something with this blackness, man. There's us being black. This is fact. So Nick wasn't calling anybody names. This is what it is. Somebody sent me a message today, said, Griff, you older than Nick. By 20 years, I think. You was in Nick's class, but Nick was teaching you. Listen, when a man is speaking facts and speaking truth, in any situation, I'm quiet because I have a level of respect for truth. That's why I call this show tonight, Nick Cannon, Viacom, and the Truth. So if Nick Cannon was lying, calling names and being childish and saying whatever, Viacom could have called him in and sat him down and schooled him. But no, they don't want to do that. They want him to bow down and kiss their feet in their boots. Not going to happen. Black melanin can convert light energy to sound energy and back again. Y'all didn't hear what I said, white people. I'm not talking to the black people right now. Where's all the white people at? Melanin is black because its chemical structure allows no energy to escape. Damn. One white person said, I'm here. Thank you, Wendy Boggs, number 11. One white. I know more white people on here than that. You're killing me. Black is the perfect absorber of light and all energy frequencies, making black melanin the super absorber of energy and light. Thus, scientists describe it as acting like a black hole. I'm not going to read the whole thing on melanin. Get Dr. Suzar's book, Black Out Through Whitewash, and go read the chapter on melanin. Melanin magic. So when Nick Cannon said that, when I was sitting across the table from him, I knew exactly where he was going with that and could have expounded on it, but he laid it out. And all I could do is say, amen. You right, bro. Do your thing. Peace, niece. What's good with you? Idea, do me a favor at 10:20 tonight. Give me a call. 678-557-2919 or on that other number that you got in mind. I need to talk to you tonight. So I'm trying to figure out if this is not an outright witch hunt of Nick Cannon and Professor Griff and anybody else that speaks truth to power. Listen, the book that the young lady sent me. Hold on, where's it at? Hold on for a second, man. All right, I can't find it, but it talked about the whole idea The truth is not anti-Semitic. The truth is not anti-Semitic. Did we not define all of these terms the other night? Some Negro sent me a message. The Negro was talking about me and Nick Cannon were wrong, that black people are not the Semitic people. That the Arabs left Arabia, went into Ethiopia, and mixed with the Ethiopians, and that created certain families, parts of the family of languages that comprise, that made up the Semitic languages. I said, Negro, who the hell do you think the Ethiopians are? And who are the original Arabs? Can y'all please talk to me? Who are the original Arabs? I hate that I had to come on here tonight. I wanted to deal with this, but I hate to have to come on here tonight and give a whole goddamn history class. White people, y'all still here? When I get off of here tonight, I need everyone to go online and put up "We Stand with Nick Cannon." You know what the fear is? And they said it on the floor of the Knesset. They fear the young black man rising up in the streets of America. This is what they fear. You know what they fear most, other than you walking down the street carrying guns? Is you walking down the street carrying books. They fear this. So when someone like Professor Griff comes along, all right, pulling from my elders, pulling from all the people's feet, the elders and the ancestors' feet that I've sat at, hooking up with the Nick Cannon, 20 years my junior, us coming together. And they seen generations of us now, the vibrational pitch rising. This is what they fear. This is what they fear. It's just sending a signal to all you young brothers, man. This is how they come. And me and Dr. Khalid El-Hakim have been at the point where we were creating dialogue. Some Jewish rabbis agreed to sit and talk. Other white people have agreed to sit and talk so we can dialogue and begin to bridge the gap. Some of these people, they don't want the dialogue. They see you as a savage and an animal. They don't see you not only equal with them, definitely not above them. They see you less than them. And they, well, who am I to meet with you? Why do I need to meet with you? They rather destroy you. Wendy, you know what I'm talking about. Since you're the only brave white woman that stayed on here. You know what I'm talking about. Shout out to Mr. G once again. So when I read what 50 Cent said, I wasn't surprised, man, but I'm like, damn, bro. That's another black man you're talking about, 50 Cent. Can we just like chill and just kind of like, yo, I'm sure you can get a hold of Nick and have a conversation with him, man. Like I did with you today, 50 Cent. I didn't come at you, bro. I said, if anybody know 50 Cent, give him my phone number. But come on, man. Don't do that to Nick, where people can read this stuff that you wrote about this brother, man. Come on, man. Come on, bro. My number is 678-557-2919, 50 Cent. Curtis, what's Curtis? What's his name? Curtis Jackson or whatever. So I'm saying to y'all, isn't it critical that when you study outside of the context of what white people give us, and we get to learn the truth about who we are and who these other people are that write the textbooks, and when we find out the truth and tell the truth, they want to kill us? Why do you want to kill the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan, white people? He hasn't killed any of you. None of the soldiers, the FOI, killed any of you. Why? Just give me a real reason why you want to kill Minister Farrakhan. Talk to me. Why did you poison Professor Griff? Why did you burn down I'm not saying Jewish people did this. I'm just saying in general. All right. Minister Farrakhan said it himself on the July 4th speech that that's not the Jews, but a certain segment of Jews and that mindset. They wanted to kill him. And he went through the story of how they tried to kill him. All right, so I don't have to speak for Minister Farrakhan. I'm speaking for Professor Griff tonight. I'm not even speaking for Nick Cannon. I'm mainly speaking for me, and I'm speaking to some of these Negroes that want to come at Nick. Because when you come at Nick, you come at me, you come at the minister, you come at the FOI, you come at the soldiers that want to stand up for the truth, man. Because we're sick and tired of getting beat down. You know how long I've been dealing with this? 31 years I've been called the anti-Semite. 31 years. They've been blocking me from making money. Half of them years, they took my passport. So I couldn't travel. See, this is what they do. Have any of them said, let's sit down and let's talk and let's dialogue? Yes, they have. Thanks to the community in Columbia, Missouri, white and black, Jew and Gentile. Thanks to the rabbi and his organization and his group in Philadelphia. Thanks to Khalid El Hakim, all right, for reaching out, bridging the gap. And this is the real work that we have to do. If you're serious Jewish people about having a dialogue, bring Nick to the table and let's sit down and let's talk. If you're serious about having a dialogue and you don't mind the truth being told, whether you agree with it or not, come to the table, sit down and talk. But no. Colin, help me out if you're still on here, man. Is it that segment of so-called Jewish people that claim to be Jewish, but that are atheists and don't even believe in God that's doing this? Help me out. You said what? No, I didn't stutter. There's a certain percentage of Jewish people that don't believe in God. And some of them claim that they're the chosen people of God. How could you be the chosen people of God and you don't even believe in God? You believe that there's no God. Oh, I guess this talk right here is anti-Semitic talk. It's just going to put me back in the... You've been calling me this for 31 years. People surrounded me. You already got to them to the point where any little money that I was making, you cut that off. I ain't made money from Public Enemy and I don't know how long. Something I helped build. I know about the Talmud. Thank you, Jermaine Muhammad. So make him good, brother. So if that kind of stuff is in the Talmud, Jermaine Muhammad, put it up on the screen, bro. I don't want to go over the Talmud, but that's another conversation. You see, all of that information, me and the brothers that I have these conversations with, we have the information. We just kind of figured that all the other black people had the information. So then when we go sit down and have conversations and begin the dialogue, we don't have to do nothing immature, calling people names, kicking them under the table, licking our tongue at them. Just say, listen, is this factual or is it not? Here you go. Minister Farrakhan said those circle of Jews operate from the Talmud, and they are not religious. That's why he called them the so-called Jews. Someone said to me today, they came after Nick. You triggered it, Griff, but they really want to come after the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. And when Nick Cannon showed up in the garden on July 4th with Minister Farrakhan, that's the thing that triggered them. The black man Wow, this is the sister that I graduated with, Claire. The Zionist Satan's seed. Everything is shifting in the earth. Things will never go back to the KKK ways again. Wow. Talk to me, brother Jermaine Muhammad. All right. So I try to keep it G. And just like, okay, like maybe some of the things could have been said in a way where it was offensive. Even before people did any kind of research, they've already condemned me, kicked me out of Public Enemy, put me on a cross, nailed my hands where I couldn't work, put a crown of thorns on my head, nailed my feet, I couldn't go nowhere by taking my passport, pierced me in the side, my life blood was spilling out. And then I said, well, damn, they've done this to everyone. Remember Tony Martin? You remember Dr. Tony Martin? Don't play like y'all don't. So then I listened to, I did today, I was doing some research and I looked at all the Chuck D says, so-called chosen, frozen, apology made to whoever pleases, still it got me like Jesus. I think they called Chuck anti-Semitic at one time, but they pulled that back. Who else did they call? Michael Jackson they called anti-Semitic. There's a long list of people that they call anti-Semitic. Anytime you tell the truth and you don't agree with them, you're anti-Semitic. That's right. Tony Martin put out the book called The Jewish Onslaught. Thank you, Maurice D. Muhammad. And I'm saying to y'all, before we get off here, I'm not anti-Semitic. I'm pro-black, pro-Kemetic. Now, I know a lot of people on the other side that are anti-Kemetic. But just because you criticize people that's stabbing you and killing and murdering your people, whether it's through vaccines or whether it's on television shows or in hip-hop, black music, wherever it's at, in the educational system, religious system, where just because you want their foot off your neck and you speak truth to power, all of a sudden you anti this, you are homophobic, you anti-white, you anti-Semitic. It's like, damn. Won't anyone go back and see the statements that I've made and show me where I'm anti-Semitic? My phone number is 678-557-2919. I want to hear from myself. And if I owe Jewish people an apology, I'll apologize. But if I'm not, and I told the truth, like Nick Cannon said he want his brand back, and out back. If I did tell the truth, I want all you boot-licking Negroes to line the fuck up because I'm going to wait on your apology. And y'all know who I'm talking about, coward-ass niggas. And I want all the white people that came against me and all the Jewish people that like to hide behind your computer and write nasty studies course. Sign up for the course. SeriousMindsInstitute.com. All right, or just sign up through ProfessorGriff.me website. All right. So you said the interview with me and Nick Cannon is gone now? Wow. Wow. So this is how you do it? You tell the truth. You know how many people put dumb shit and lies on YouTube? Do they take their stuff down? You see enough foolishness and madness, murder, death, kill on YouTube. That stuff stays up. All right? But you come on, you speak truth to power, and we got the books and the information to back it up, and they want to interrupt the feed. You want to take it down off it? Come on, man.